So, welcome to your mat Pilates this evening. Remember to rest anytime and take breaks as needed. There's always options, and any other options that you feel comfortable with are welcome as well. When you're ready, finding a comfortable seat, whatever that looks like for you, maybe sitting on something just to give your hips a little bit more room and your lower back a little bit more room. Legs in any position to start with. Can you grow really tall through your spine? And resting your hands down, tilt and tuck through your hips and tailbone. Just notice how that feels today. I hope you've had a lovely day. No matter how crazy it's been or slow it's been, you've made it to Pilates. And that's hopefully gonna keep you busy, keep you warm for the rest of the evening. You have 4 more tucks. And when you're ready, coming back up. Hello, welcome. All right, from here, gonna grow really tall through your spine. Shrug shoulders up towards ears. Exhale, release. Inhale, up. Exhale, release. If you've just joined us, if you have a massage ball or tennis ball for the end of your practice, you can have it close by, but no need to have it. You've got about 4. Awesome. 3, 2, and 1. From here, fingers face up in front of you, shoulder height if you can. Soften through those elbows, shoulder slides. Push your hands forward, separate your shoulder blades. Bring your shoulders together as much as available. Good, you've got a few more. How's this feeling today? Notice, can you feel that stretch between the shoulder blades? And then when you bring them together, just check that you're not lifting your ribs, it's your shoulders moving only. Oh, crunchy today for me. 2 more. And then 1 more. Good. Set your shoulders in the middle, and slightly away from your ears. But don't freeze them. Now you do want to encourage, your shoulders to move as needed, but hopefully building that stability and strength as well. When you're ready, fingers down, fingers up. Good, go at your own pace. Please be mindful of any aches or pains you might have. Three more. And then really big opening and closing of your hands. Doesn't really matter what it looks like, but feeling your wrists, and then reversing that when you're ready. Now, one thing a lot of people say, they often get pain on the outside of their wrist, or maybe right between their thumb and their index finger. So really warming up and making sure that we're spreading fingers out as needed and pushing the floor away whenever you're on your hands. Good. From here, release your hands and shoulders. You're going to take a big side bend. Inhale, grow tall. Take a side bend to the right. Good. From here, just notice how this feels through your side body. Can you spin your chest forwards? Open your top armpit up to the ceiling. Good. You can always drop the bottom hand down if needed. Come up to the other side and over. Notice how this feels on this side. Ground down in your sit bones and really lengthen all the way up to your fingertips. Come back up to center. Fold forwards. Big inhale. Big exhale. Ground your sit bones down. Feel free to move a little bit, swaying, or whatever feels best for you. Going to review our Pilates breath when you're ready. So rolling up to a seat, hands on your ribs, shoulders relaxed. Inhale through nose, breathe into your hands. Exhale through mouth. It's as if you're bracing for a cough. You've got about 4 more of these. I usually exaggerate it a little bit so you can hear me, but yours does not have to be that loud. Hi, kitty cat. So cute. Love it. One thing I really love about online practices, you get to see all your pets and kids. All right, so that's our Pilates breath, but as long as you're breathing in and out, trying not to hold your breath, that's okay if you forget this one, yeah? But we generally, if you're on your back and your legs are in tabletop, yeah? Whenever your legs are up, you're trying to exhale, yeah, to engage through your core so your back doesn't arch, yeah? Then inhale, control it on the way down. When you're on your belly, same thing with yoga, you'd lift your chest as you inhale to make room, and as you exhale, you'd lower your chest. So just a reminder, but as long as you're breathing, great. Beautiful. From here, come on into a seat, legs long. Touch your toes down, hands behind your thighs. Similar to how we started last week, inhale, grow super tall. Exhale, C shape. Roll halfway down, roll back up, roll back down. Good. So you can do singles like this if that feels okay. Yeah. You can also have your hands going forwards, setting your shoulders slightly back. And if you want to make it a little bit harder, you slow down using the breath. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, roll. Inhale, stay. Exhale, come up. Yeah, good. Keep going at your own pace. I'm going to give you some other options. The focus is scooping, tucking, rolling. And then if you want, you're going to roll back, lift arms, release arms, then come up. Yeah. If you want a little bit more, you also lift one leg and then come back up. Lift the other leg. So there's lots of progressions. Oh, maybe double legs. Don't topple over. And then come up. Good. You've got about 4 left. How's everyone doing? Any shoulder injuries, any pains or pinching? You know, you choose maybe arms or leg options as needed. Scoop. On your next one, can you hold back? Roll back halfway, hold there. If you need to hold your thighs, great, go for it. If you can, one leg lifts to tabletop, yeah? Shin parallel to the floor. Exhale, arms up. Inhale, down. You have 3 and down. 2, scoop more. 1 and switch legs. When you're ready, you have 4 and down. 3 and down. 2 and down. 1 and down. How are those lower abdominals? Come back up. Oh, maybe butterfly legs. Shake it out. Windscreen wipe. Yeah. Alrighty. Flex your toes. Knees can be bent. Sit evenly on both sit bones. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, 45 degrees, reaching forwards. Belly connecting towards your thighs. Yeah. Pulse twice. Exhale. Tuck through your pelvis, round and stack your spine up. Then snap back up tall. Ribs into center, tailbone down. Let's give it a go. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pulse, pulse. Inhale, roll up and reach. Exhale, pulse, pulse. Roll back up. Good, keep going at your own pace. You do not have to pulse. If you feel, oh, that's really tight today, or pulling in your back, go a little bit wider. Bend knees, relax toes. You can take that long fold instead. Imagine reaching on that diagonal. Okay? Relax your face and shoulders though. Okay? Arms can change if you need. You have 4 more. And when you're ready, coming all the way back up, release your hands, shake out your legs. We're going to go legs really wide as comfortable for you, maybe even off your mat. Yeah, you can always turn as well. Okay, flex your toes. Then I come into twisting and saw. Option 1, elbows in cactus shape. Great if you've got sore shoulders today. Inhale, tall. Exhale to one side. Pulse twice. Inhale, center. Exhale, pulse, pulse. Inhale, center. Good. So your hip bones are not moving. The twist is coming from your upper back and mid back. If you feel this is pretty good today, there's no pain. Option 2, arms open. Send the opposite arm to the outside of your ankle. Come back to center. Exhale, pulse, pulse. Inhale, center. Back arm stays pretty high. And you're looking kind of beyond your hand and your toes. You have 4 left. Come back to center. Arms reach up. Exhale, fold forwards, tipping just as far as you can. Feeling that lengthening, maybe behind your legs, or depending how wide you're going, on your inner thighs. Knees can be bent. Go for length of spine rather than rounding head down. One more big breath. Coming all the way up, take your time, no rush. Knees back to center. Roll out your wrists. Hands behind you. Broaden your chest, spread your fingers out. Squeeze your triceps. Yeah. Option 1, come with me. Bend one knee. We have 4 hip lifts. Press into your feet. Lift hips, squeeze bottom, come back down. If this is a little bit much, all you need to do today, you could even have both feet down and do just a little lift and come back down. You can even be on forearms if you need. All right, if you were doing single leg, I'm gonna try the other side. Switch sides, just 4, because then we're gonna come into option 2. When you come up, can you level your hip bones and squeeze your bottom? Squeeze the back of your arms, keep your chest lifted. Beautiful. When you're ready, roll out your wrists, bring a little bit of relief. And we're gonna try option 2. You can do the same thing before, 4 on each side, or 8 double knee bend. Otherwise, double legs long, 8 of these. Yeah. When you're ready, up we come, long line, down we come. Exhale, lift. Inhale, down. Roll your shoulders back a little bit. You can change options at any time. Spread your fingers out. Feel like you're pushing the floor away. I think we've got about 2 left. And 1 left. And shake it out. All right. From here, I'm going to roll all the way down to the floor. Take your time, no rush. Maybe you do a full roll down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, tuck, 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 tuck. Make sure you don't squash any kids or pets along the way going down. And shake it out. Maybe hug your knees in. Knee circles are there. Happy baby is there as well. Whatever you need this evening. Only when you feel ready, we're gonna come into hip rolls. Feet hip distance, knees hip distance. Checking through your neutral pelvis and spine. Check that there's a little gap under your lower back. Your hips are heavy, your ribs and shoulders are heavy. Hands down next to you to support you if you need. Let's start with a couple of hip rolls. Inhale through nose. Exhale, tuck and imprint your lower back to the floor. Squeeze your bottom. Roll all the way up your back. Hips level at the top. Inhale at the top. Exhale, roll back down. One vertebra returning at a time. Good. Think you know this one? Go maybe 2-3 more times, then I'll start giving more options. Now, if you don't feel this in your glutes, I want you to move your feet closer underneath your knees and see if that gives you more glutes. Yeah. We don't want to tire your hamstrings out too quickly. So if your feet are further out, it targets your hamstrings and you can fatigue quite quickly. Because not all of us use our hamstrings a lot nowadays. They can be really tight or a little bit weaker than the glutes. All right, starting to have options. When you come up, you could lift your arms up. When you go down, you can float your hands down. If you're still feeling like a little bit more, lift your heels as you come up. Lower your heels as you go down. You've got a few more of these. How even can you keep your hip bones at the top? How high can you lift your heels? Two more. And then up and hold. Up and hold when you're ready. Lower your heels down if they're lifted. Really press into your feet. Don't let your knees cave inwards. Squeeze through your bottom, lifting your hips up. So we're trying to get a line from shoulders to hips to knees. Arms could remain lifted, but if you need help balancing, hands down. Are you ready? Gonna do little thrusts up to the ceiling. Inhale, lower hips halfway. Exhale, thrust to ceiling. Inhale, down. Exhale, up. Inhale, down. Exhale, up. Really squeeze through your glutes. If you can, lift your heels. Now that you are comfortable in this shape. You have 4 more. And then if you need a rest, take it. Otherwise, you're staying in bridge shape with your hips up. So stay lifted. Lower your heels down. Take a break if you need. Right leg comes to tabletop. Yeah. From here, lower hips halfway down. Then push hips up again. You have 6 of these. You're welcome to extend your right leg long, flex your right foot, and stamp it to the ceiling. Notice the difference that makes on your left side. 2, 1. Left side when you're ready. Right foot down, left leg to tabletop, or option, flex foot to ceiling. 6 and thrust up. 5. Level your hip bones. We're not quite done yet in this shape. Lower your left foot onto the floor. Take a break if you need. Otherwise, walk one foot out at a time. You're going to feel your hamstrings engage. Then walk it back in. Hands can be down to support you. Your hips will lower a little bit as you go forward. And then lift them back up as you come up. How much can you walk your feet out? Do you feel your hamstrings screaming maybe? Can you do 2 more in and out? Getting warm. When you're done, coming back into your bridge, roll all the way down super slow. Hug your knees in or windscreen wide. Take your choice. Good job. From here, feet on the floor, knees bent, palms down. Find your neutral spine and pelvis. And we'll start by inhaling, reaching right toes long on the floor. Exhale, draw it back in. Other side, inhale, reach your left toes along the floor. Don't move anything else. Exhale, bring it in. So this is option 1. It's pretty tough. You can even have one hand under your lower back, one hand on your belly. Don't move anything except your legs. Even hips want to stay still. Draw up through your pelvic floor. Remember that 10 to kind of 15% engagement. Feeling that lift through center. If this feels okay and you can control it, you start to hover your leg long off the floor. Bring it back in. If you're hovering your leg off the floor, you might feel your breath wants to change. So perhaps inhaling, reaching one leg out. Exhaling back in. If this feels okay, legs to tabletop. Reach one leg out. Then bring it in. Or maybe double legs out. Then bring it in. Tabletop, your knees are on top of your hips, not too close to your chest. Shins trying to be parallel to the floor. Now, if you feel lower back pain in neutral, when you lift your legs off the floor, you can do a small imprint of your lower back so the gap is a little bit smaller, but not over tucking in your pelvis. You just have 4 more of these wherever you are, maybe double legs. Can you hold double legs out in tabletop if that's available for you? Scoop through your belly a little bit. Bring your chest up, reach your fingers forward. If this is a bit much, tabletop legs or even one at a time. Just hold it here. Can you lift your chest a little bit higher? Can you draw and slide your ribs to your hips? Reach your fingers forwards. Change legs if you're doing singles. If you're doing doubles, keep reaching those toes. Lower your legs a little bit. Yes. All right, option to stay lifted with your chest. Both legs long, crisscross up and down. You can have your knees bent, you can drop your head down. Otherwise, you're lifting your legs crisscrossing up to the ceiling, then you're lowering down, not too far down so that your back doesn't lift. You can relax your arms, relax your head, or you can work a little bit more intense if you need it. Lift your chest, reach your fingers. Your choice. Little breaths. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug your knees in. Hopefully you felt a little bit of that in your core. Do whatever you need here. Nearly done with core, yeah? Well, on our backs anyway. Big toes together, floating off the floor, knees really wide. We tried this for the first time last week. Palms together, fingers pointing to the ceiling. This is going to target your upper abdominals a little bit more. Instead of using your fingers to reach, lift your chest as if there's a bowl or apple under your chin, and then your fingers and arms just move with you, and then head back down. Fingers to ceiling. All right, option, just reach towards the center here. Pulse. Pulse. Option 2, you're going to go middle, outside of right knee, outside of left knee, and then rest. Middle, outside, outside, rest. If you want more intensity, you don't put your head down. You keep going side to side, all 3 points, yeah? The choice is yours. How far can you come up with your chest? 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest down. Good job. Take a breath. We're going to roll like a ball up and down if you can. Yeah? Otherwise, just come up to a seat. Grab some water if you need. From here, eventually make your way up to standing, but no rush because we've been lying down for a little bit. Gonna do standing exercises. Then we're gonna come back down to the floor. And we're gonna make our way into side plank eventually once we do a bit of back work, then side plank, and then we'll roll out. Let's come up. So last week, we did 2 exercises, wide squats with heel lift options, and then we did a curtsy lunge, which was a bit different from our regular lunge. We're going to review those 2 again. We haven't really done those as much. Feet at least hip distance, if not wider. Draw your tailbone down to the floor. Wrap your ribs into center. Arms can be added later on. Bend your knees, lift one heel up. Bend your knees, lift the other heel. Good. Add arms. One time you go forwards, the other time you go out. If you don't want to do arms, don't do it. Now, when you go down for this squat, your back is pretty straight. You can go wider if you want. Add a pulse if you need more. Yeah. Pulse. Don't worry about what the arms look like. You're adding movement. You're challenging your shoulders. You're squeezing through your bottom, lifting that heel as high as you can, and really pressing into both feet. Nearly there. 6, 5, then we have pulses. 4, pulses with both heels up. 2, 1, both heels lift, pulse. Arms can go anywhere. How do those legs feel? Thighs might be burning. Squeeze your bottom more. 8, lift heels higher. Grow taller. Broaden your chest. 3, 2, 1, release. Check it out. Nice job. Curtsy lunge. This one, you might turn into a very light cardio exercise, yeah, depending on what you need today. So if you want a little bit more activity, you can change it up. First option, toes turn out. Squat down. Keep your right leg still. Step your left leg back on a diagonal. Your hips will turn slightly. And then you can do one lunge, bending both knees. Step it back. Yeah. Arms are optional. Squat. Keep your left knee and toes turned out. Step on a diagonal lunge. Good. So this is the sequence. Squat, curtsy, lunge. Squat, curtsy, lunge. If your shoulders feel okay, arms go up. Yeah. Option 2, if you need a little bit more, you're gonna move swiftly side to side. Use all the space you've got. I just don't want to kick my balls at the back. And you can make it a little bit faster if your knees are happy. If your knees are not happy, you do a chair shape or a smaller squat. Then leg goes straight back, lunge, reverse. Ooh, forgot the squat. Reverse lunge. Your choice. How are you going? Get those arms up if you can. 6. You have 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Coming back to center, shake out your legs. Beautiful, nice job. From here, catch your breath, grab some water if you need. We've got single leg balance. You have 2 options today. If you're out of breath, or you just want to focus on balance only. Star shape, right toes turn out. This one we've done a couple of times. Lift. If you want a little bit more today, toes less turned out, right knee loads, squat down, hips, shoulders even. Hands on hips to start with, toes tap out. Get really low in your right knee. Yeah? Spine long. From here, option 1, tap in, tap out, tap in, out. Bend that right knee. Option 2, pick up your left knee. Crunch it in towards center, in. Yeah? All right, do whatever you need with your arms. You can kind of skate your arms, running man. Bend more into that right knee. This is gonna load into your outer glutes more, and your quads might burn a little bit. You have 6, you can do it. 4, 3, 2, 1, and touchdown. Nearly done with the standing exercises. Did you feel it there? Yeah, shake it out. Other side. Choose balance. Yeah, choose where you can be, or load. Left knee, left toes. Hips, shoulders squared. Tap out and in. Option, lift that knee. Choose your arms. Good. So just keep that left knee really still. The more you bend it, the more on a diagonal you're going to lean. So it's almost two parallel diagonal lines from tailbone to head and knee forward in that line. Chest rolling. You've got 6. Load more in that left knee. 3, 2, 1, touchdown. Shake it all out, ankle circles are there. Good job. Gonna make our way to the floor, lie onto your belly, gonna work into your back, and then come into side plank, then roll out. You can roll down if you want, walk your hands forward, come onto your belly. Exhale, roll. You can meet me right there, any way that you can get down. When you're ready, wriggle out your hips. Windscreen wipe your knees. Legs pretty wide. Zip up through your belly. So lift your belly slightly off the floor. Belly button lifts towards you. Brace. Tailbone goes to the back wall. You might tuck a little bit if you tend to arch in your back. Hands underneath forehead. Inhale, lift head and chest. Exhale, down. This is option 1. Option 2, arms go forwards, reaching. Go at your own pace. There shouldn't be any lower back pain. You keep it small, maybe even a little baby cobra if you need. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Have a bit of a rest. Wriggle your hips. From here, hands come next to your hips, palms down. Right ear down to the floor. Right ear down to the floor. From here, flex your feet and bend your knees towards you. Pulse twice. So this is a hamstring curl. Extend your legs long. If you can, you interlace your hands behind your back. If not, you just reach your fingers. You lift your chest, interlace your hands, look forwards. Lift your thumbs away. Then, left ear comes down, release hands. Hamstring curl, pulse, pulse. Release legs long. Interlace hands, lift chest. Change ear down. Keep going at your own pace. Pulse, pulse. Legs down. Interlace hands. If you can't reach your hands, all good. You continue doing this and just reach your fingers back. You have 1 more on each side. Then have a bit of a wriggle. Hands next to your chest. Using your knees and hands, zip up through your belly. Push your way up and back to shell stretch or child's shape. 2 to 3 big breaths here. We're going to try side plank next. Going to see if you can hold it for 20 seconds on each side. you've got options. Option forearms, option hand. Yep. Go to one side. Option one, bottom knee down, hips stacked, lift obliques and waist, maybe hold here. Option two, bottom leg long, top foot in front, yes, top leg in front would be the next progression for most people. Keep lifting. Push the floor away, forearms there, push out of your shoulders. Option three, stack your legs. Option four, lift your top leg up. And you might do little hip dips wherever you are for 10 more seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6. Try floating your leg off. Maybe if you're stacking already. 2 and 1. Touchdown. Roll out your wrists. Open and close. Good job. Great obliques. Great core workout. Other side. Choose your option. Option 1. Bottom knee down. Option 2. Top foot down. Maybe doing hip dips here. Option 3. Stack. Option 4. Float. Lift your waist. Maybe do hip dips. Your choice. You're here for 10, 9. Lift higher in your hips. 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Down. Wrist circles. Open and close hand. That's it today. That's all we're doing. Catch your breath. Find your ball if you have one. If not, all good. You do something similar. Start off with the people with their massage balls. You can choose other exercises, but maybe today, checking into those glutes. You might sit on your ball or lie down, hold still, or wriggle very gently side to side. If you don't have your ball, number 4 shape on your back, hands thread around your supporting leg. Yeah. Hug it in, wriggle side to side. When you're ready, changing to the other side. If you're using your ball, or without. If you're using the ball, pretty safe to use on any meaty areas, gluteus maximus, and then rolling on that diagonal upwards towards the back of your outer hip. Yeah. Wouldn't do this directly on your spine or any joints. Anywhere meaty, pretty safe to do. Really use that big breath out. Last breath on this side. And releasing down. Choosing maybe to roll your shoulders, upper shoulders, or your shoulder blade by reaching your ball behind, feeling your scapula lift, and then getting into that crevice underneath your rhomboid, really hard to get. If you don't have a ball, you can take something like eagle arms and work on separating your shoulders. Yeah. You can practice your variation here or any other shoulder stretch. If you've been rolling on one side for your shoulders, maybe take it to the other. Eagle arms, change sides. Hugging or wrapping. Yeah. So if you've got the ball, good way to find that is ball behind if you can reach. Feel that lift of your angel wings and then lying on the floor or using the wall. 2 more breaths here. Last big breath here. Releasing when you're ready. Maybe offering 10 more rounds of breath, choosing a body part, maybe one foot and then the other foot, 10 breaths each. Or calves or hip flexors by lying on your belly, getting the ball into that crease there, or even taking a hamstring, a quad stretch this way. You choose what feels best for you. If you've never rolled out your feet, that can be really nice to do as well. 6 breaths left on this side. Notice how rolling feels. If it's a spot that's a bit juicy, try and breathe into it. Don't hold your breath. Let's give the other side a bit of love if you haven't gone there already. Choosing where you roll. Loving all the pets visiting tonight. Very entertaining. They're not very helpful though when working out. And when you're ready, finishing off this side. Feel free to keep rolling for as long as you need, the rest of the night. But if you're done for this evening, just popping your ball to one side, maybe rocking up and down to come up to a seat. There's no rush to get up, especially if you get lightheaded a bit easily. Yeah. If you are up, broaden your arms and chest. Side bend to one side. Turn your chest forwards and reach to that front corner. Swing all the way around to the other side. Change hands. Side bend. Notice how it feels. Turn chest, reach. Inhale, come up to center and press your palms up to the ceiling. Turn palms inwards, round through your back. Head tucks. And inhale, open arms. Squeeze shoulder blades together. Giant clap. You've made it. Well done, well done, well done.